Guys, finally, South Africa versus New Zealand, the big one.
The big one, the one that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, literally, it feels like it's been a year. It's almost been a year.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, the build-up has been massive and intense. We've been watching a lot of podcasts, from the breakdown, from the Coco show. Very exciting to coming into this Rugby Champs with facing New Zealand. I think they are under pressure to win this. I think Razors under tremendous pressure.
Yeah, and like I said, this is the first real test for us since the Ireland series. So it's going to be a big one. We never write off New Zealand.
No.
They're very good in South Africa always.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think with South Africans have tremendous respect for the All Blacks. And it's not going to be an easy outing against them. And doesn't matter what they say, they're trying to build up us favorites. Yes, I do agree, we are favorites.
We must be.
But you can't write them off. It's a really, really good team. The passion. It's the biggest rivalry in the world when it comes to rugby. But I watched Egg Chase. Sorry for interrupting.
No, I listened to the same one.
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
No, he said it must be the biggest rivalry in rugby, and he has also like said maybe in the top 5 rivalries in sport in the world.
100%. It's a rivalry that's over 100 years old. The traditions are great. You can feel the passion from the old players saying there's nothing better than playing in South Africa against the Springboks at a Ellis Park.
Yeah, especially Ellis Park.
They love it. Cape Town though.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that plays out. So, in the news, we got a special guest all the way from New Zealand, Jean-Pierre. Obviously, we're very excited about this one.
And we love him.
We absolutely love him. And there's obviously, we have, Leo McDonald left the All Blacks. Felix Jones left England.
We have a lock crisis in the Springbok camp.
So there's a lot of things happening which makes it exciting to an extent.
Yeah.
And if you're South African, it's slightly worrying, but the All Blacks will say the same thing.
Yeah.
In regards to a coach leaving on 99, but why is that coach leaving? There's a lot of things, nuances you need to consider. Why would he leave? What's happening behind the scenes there?
Does it affect the players? Is it are they keeping it from the players? Maybe he left so that there isn't any conflict.
Yeah.
In the camp.
so maybe myself and Jean-Pierre, we were discussing it, and obviously this is just a conspiracy theory. But what I was thinking, it's very convenient that Leo McDonald left and then Felix Jones leave overnight from England.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a job opening somewhere.
Yeah, make your own assumptions, but that's just
But yeah, it's obviously very interesting. There was also things flying around that Tony Brown might fit in now with New Zealand, but I don't completely agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's really happy.
I think if you're in a winning culture, it's really hard to leave. It doesn't matter what type of money is thrown. Obviously, there's kind of your country pride going towards what you love and what you know. But I can't see someone leaving because you're building a legacy, a coaching legacy for yourself. But Jean-Pierre, you just mentioned earlier Tony Brown's success stories regarding...
Yeah, like Japan. I mean, the most successful Japan team was the 2019 team. Yeah, he was the attack coach. He was behind the Otago Islanders when they were really successful in the Super Rugby.
A proper journeyman in the sense of knowing different game plans, different teams, from South Africa, Japan, New Zealand. I think he has a lot of insight that makes him such a great asset to South African rugby at the moment.
And look at the teams that he's coached. If you look at that Japan team in 2019, what a pleasure to watch them offloading their running lines and you kind of start to see that with the Springboks as well, and also with his Islanders team.
That's a really good point, Jean-Pierre. Especially when we played against Japan in 2019, both of them was like, geez, if they run the ball, they run you off your feet.
Yeah.
If you didn't lead Japan in 2019, not Eddie Jones.
Yeah.
Oh my. Then you stand a really good chance of losing the game.
They beat Scotland, they beat
Ireland. Yeah, it was proper.
Yeah,
obviously, it's before the Irish Revolution, but it was still a really strong Irish squad.
It was.
But they are.
And no one made anything about them beating Ireland or Scotland, but they've made a movie about beating us. But anyways, that's like...
Hey, and it probably wasn't good. I didn't watch it. This guy didn't watch it. Not for us.
Yeah.
We're more of a Jason Statham, guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think, Jean-Pierre, if you're okay with, I would like to introduce our new guest.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So very happy to have one of the guys from the Rugby Breakdown from Sky News. Excited to have him. He flew all the way just to do this interview. JP, would you mind just call him? So it's Sir John Kerwin. He's amazing old talent from the 1987 World Cup. Scored that amazing 90-meter try. And welcome, Sir John Kerwin.
Oh, thank you.
What a guy to have on the Rugby Nerds podcast, John Kerwin.
Thanks for having me, Adrian.
No, it's all right, mate. So, John.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
The Springboks.
So, anyway, it was good to see you. No, but John, so you had a couple of controversial statements regarding you. You didn't like the scrums 4 weeks ago. You said South Africa's taking advantage of the scrum situation, and then suddenly against Argentina you ask for more scrums.
You know what, Adrian? I hate scrums.
You know, John Kerwin, it's really nice to meet you. All the best. Fly safe. So, John Kerwin, everyone. Thank you, John. And I will see you soon.
Kia ora.
Hey, how privileged are we on this rugby show to have a professional rugby player, he was never professional, he was amateur. Okay, but yeah, respected man in South Africa, John Kerwin. JP, thanks for walking him out. It was good to see him.
What a knob.
Yeah, what did he tell you when he was on his way out?
I can't say that on live YouTube.
I know what he said. He doesn't like Africa. Anyway, guys, so we discussed a couple of things, obviously, with the coaching. We discussed, John Kerwin, which is a legend in Auckland. And then one thing that's obviously, I think everyone kind of notices is the injury crisis at lock for South Africa, which is really concerning for me personally.
Let's just run through that. We've got Franco Mostert out.
Franco Eban, John Klein, Salman Murad.
That's and we were thin at lock to start off with already.
Especially coming into this match, against the All Blacks. And for me, personally, when it comes to, you're using that go forward ball a lot. But obviously you have Peter Steff. I think Ruan still needs to kind of prove himself a little bit more in this scenario.
I'm kind of happy with Ruan Kia, like the way, because he reminds me so much of Franco Mostert. He's got that engine, he runs around, his line-out calls are very good. He's also a leader by the Bulls, so I think Rassie likes him, he fits our game plan quite well. And I think it was seamless for Peter Steff just to go back to lock. It really doesn't matter where he plays. And like I said, being Jason Dixon can also play lock. He's probably going to go from flank to lock in the game.
The nice thing about Jean-Pierre, he's a lineup option. That's probably the one thing that actually concerns me is the lineup option, because I think the go forward, Jasper's back in a game. We know he's really good giving forward ball. I don't think he's the best catcher from the kickoff, but
in that department, he hasn't played in 6 months, but in that department,
he's not injured though.
No, he's not injured, but in that department, he also he got better, from the kickoffs.
Still no Dwayne.
Yeah, I wanted to say Dwayne has no equal when it comes to receiving
in the world.
Receiving kickoffs and getting go forward ball exactly from that kickoff, that exit that we're talking about.
100%. So look, it's obviously there's a bit of pressure on South Africa. New Zealand will say the same thing in regards to the coaching disruption. They've got a couple of injuries which might influence their game, but I think they do have a steady squad and team coming into this game from the game of Argentina. I don't think they'll chop and change much.
At the time of this recording, we don't have the New Zealand team as of yet. We do have the Springbok team, but we kind of know what they'll go for. It's maybe, is Beauden Barrett going to start? Is he going to come off the bench?
He'll definitely start. He's so good against us.
And is Sam Cane going to start because he needs to redeem himself? Because he played a good game against Argentina, I think. I'm not the biggest Sam Cane fan.
I'm not, and I've never been, but I do think
he doesn't suit the New Zealand style, in my opinion. That's just me, but maybe they need a guy like that. He's more in a South African mold in my.
Yeah, he's more of a little bit of a grinder, but yeah, geez, I don't want to insult anyway. He won't make our team. I'm sorry, he just won't.
Yeah.
Most of those except Odyssey of years of flipping legend, but yeah, I think Sam Kane, what he brings to the party now is the experience you want.
So, are we just going to go straight into their team? What we think they're going to do? And
Yeah, 100%. Maybe let's talk talking points, right? So with the big battles up front, you know, where John Kerr, when he just left here, he would have said as well that that upfront battle is going to be important for them. And which was funny on the on the breakdown. He wants to take us on there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this, right?
See, no one's going to take New Zealand on in a running game. They are still the best in the world, coming, running off the ball, counter attack.
Definitely them in Ireland, right?
Yeah, but I think the physical battle, if they can win the physical battle, they have a chance of beating us, and that's the only way they're going to beat us. If the one-on-ones, that's the only way. We've got our tough guys like Jasper Wiese hasn't played in a while for the Springboks. So that could be a problem for us, I think.
And he will be rusty. Look, obviously, but he wasn't injured. But still, you need game time.
Yes, exactly. And he was forced to play because of our lock crisis.
Yeah.
I think he was forced into the starting lineup. I think, but yeah.
Elrich was also. Before I digress, right? So let's go on. Adi Sevilla will play big. Ethan Black had I think he might be out for this game, and I know he had a really good game against this in his second test.
Yeah.
The first thing was for me quite poor. Yeah. But they haven't replaced Aaron Smith yet. I think that he left a massive hole for New Zealand in the sense of having that control, that little general in that game, giving the forward ball.
I think that's the only reason TJ Pereira's starting at the moment, because I don't think he's their best scrum half, but he's the most experienced, so he's keeping the ship steady, I think.
Yeah, I think from an experience point of view, yeah. Look, the other, I can't remember his name, but they've got a really good scrum half that's injured. I can't remember his name, but but anyway, I'll let me just move on from. But yeah, I think that they'll have pretty much the same lineup in the back. I think Geordie, I think Ricky Ione, which we still don't believe is an outside centre. We think it's an out and out wing.
I mean, what a game Anton Leonard-Brown had. So I don't think.
I think they'll stick with Ricky Ione.
Yeah, because he is so quick and he can run off the ball fast and all that. But they're going to stick with that team, and it's a good team. I mean, Will Jordan is brilliant. Bowden Barrett.
Maybe the one thing, Jean-Pierre, what they might change up is Mark Talea instead of Caleb Clark, because Mark Talea played well against us all the time since
But he's been having not the best of seasons with the All Blacks. He still scores the craziest tries.
But some players play well against some teams.
Yes, that's how Rassie thinks always. He'll pick a specific player to play against a specific team.
That's why we'll get to our team, right?
Yeah.
So which is some controversies in our opinions.
Yeah.
But other than that, we'll think it'll be very much an unchanged squad from them.
Yeah, Damian McKenzie by far their number 10.
Number 1, number 10.
Yeah, that's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so yeah, I think, look, they'll be up for it. It'll be interesting. But we'll see when they announce the team. But I don't expect too many surprises, to be honest with you.
No.
So moving on to our squad, real quickly. Obviously, Oxen Chairs, the number 2 flyer in South Africa, right? So I think it's very important that we give him the ball.
Yeah.
He'll make the magic happen.
Yeah.
Right, Jean-Pierre?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very simple.
Soft touches.
He
Doesn't have to scrum.
Plasma Haber will have a hangover on Saturday, so he'll play well.
Yeah.
Very easy thing. Again, like we touched on, Peter Steele-Toy, doesn't matter where you play, he'll do well. Ben Jason Dixon gives us another option in a lineup option, right?
And if one of the locks get injured, because we have no locks on the bench. We only have 3 loose forwards on the bench.
But the nice thing is that what's his name? Elrich Lowe is there. Elrich Lowe is also a lineup option.
Yeah, so you can probably move also to lock if there's any.
Because we don't have locks.
We don't. That's crazy. Think about it.
And we actually went to kind of have a look. There's nothing there at the moment for us.
No.
Because we have 904,000 injuries at lock.
Really?
And we 904,001 blocks playing now. So anyway, so I'm confusing myself. So Also, Kobus Reinach, Sasha Feinberg, Mngomzulu.
Yeah, that's
I got it.
yeah, well done.
Not bad name.
Zulu. Anyways, I don't know why we keep like I'm a big fan of Kobus Reinach, but why just not give Grant Williams the start? Why? Is it the
Combination, right?
yeah?
I don't know.
Well, there can't be a combination. That like
But this-
together once, twice.
Yeah, but again, you know, I think we got this wrong a couple of times as well. But I think maybe Russ thinks that he complements each other. They complement each other.
Yeah. And maybe Grant Williams brings that impact, like we do with Kwagga.
But maybe, like you said, Jean-Pierre, it's experience.
Yes.
You're giving kind of like a safe space. I don't like that word, but they give him a safe space in regards to playing.
Not that I think that Zulu needs it because he
No, but it can be reckless. I saw it against Australia. There's certain moments that were kind of like, yeah, I'm not super convinced when it comes to New Zealand. So I'm very surprised that Andre Pollard isn't playing.
Yeah, I also thought that was a given, but also not too surprised. But quickly, the centers are the same. Damien Delende, Lacanio Arm, wings, Kurtley Arniser, and Colby. And here's the big one.
Apelele Fassi.
Apelele Fassi on fullback.
Yeah, you know,
That's a nervous...
for me, it's, you know,
Oh, that makes me nervous.
the thing is, where myself and JP comes from is our most attacking weapon is Willie Leroux.
Yeah.
When it comes to, and Fassi is amazing under the eyeball. He's definitely for me one of the guys for the future, 100%.
Yeah.
But Willie Leroux brings a different attacking dynamic to our attack, South African attack, right? And he brings you options.
And you think we're going to lose that, but maybe gain a bit with Zulu because he's also that guy, perhaps? Is that maybe why Rassi maybe gave Fassi? Because Fassi deserves to be there.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
He stood his own in the last few tests. He was really good under the eyeball. In that wet conditions, the second test.
I think it was Jean-Pierre, I will not take anything away from him.
No.
He deserves where it needs to be. But it's not his job essentially to take over attacking, right?
No.
When it comes to playing off the nine. That's what Willie does. Willie's excellent in that. But we need to, I guess maybe that's the plan.
Yeah, so my thinking, well, if I think how Russ was thinking, so we're playing on the Highveld in Ellis Park. There's going to be a lot of kicking. I know people they say the Springbok kick too much. Go to statistics, the All Blacks kick much more than we do.
Literally.
They really do. And they're going to do those cross kick up and unders. You know, they're going to chase
Like
that.
Australia tried against us as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think
it
Fassi,
worked to an extent.
it did.
Yeah.
And Fassi did a great job of countering that. So I
Closing
think,
out the space as well.
yeah, so I think that's maybe why Fassi got the nod ahead of Willie. Maybe that's only what I'm thinking, but there's going to be a lot of kicking. 50-22s. It's going to be a dry day. It's 18 degrees, no wind. It's just a perfect...
In the high belt of Ellis Park.
It's just going to be a perfect rugby day. And guys like Damian McKenzie, Jordy Barrett, who's already got a big boot, they're gonna
have fun.
Yeah, that's going to be so advantageous to them. But also, Sasha's got a big boot as well. Fassi's got quite a big boot as well. Even Kurtley and Colby also.
You know, Jean-Pierre, before we sign off, I think one of the key facets of this game would be the bench. I think our bench is extremely strong, especially, you know, all 8 of them are.
Yeah.
It's a really strong bench. I do think it can make a difference. But one thing that can, and traditionally, especially recently, when we have injuries early, it really impacts our gameplay.
Yeah, because we want to bring the bomb squad on as a unit. And like that, sometimes when we get a little injury, that disrupts that all. Because you want to run them off their feet on the
100%. Fresh bodies, you know, put in there. But so very excited about this game. JP, quick prediction. Don't mess around.
It's going to be...
I don't like this.
It's going to be 5 points in it.
Oh, I don't like that at all. When he says this is wrong.
5 points
Us by 14.
Yeah, 22-15.
And Argentina, Australia, it's a draw.
No, I think Argentina's going to beat Australia easily. That's my prediction.
But I'm waiting for the Canada USA game. I'll wait. Next week I'll start doing a podcast with that, as you know.
Yeah, we're going to start a podcast on its own just for for them in Namibia. So
it's Namibia. No, it's not. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Listen here, please subscribe. Please just subscribe. Do us a favor
and ring the bell and
And you know what? Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Love you guys.
Peace.